My name, Armin Meiwes. I was born 1961.
If you saw him in the street, he looks so ordinary.
I'm computer engineer from Rothenburg, Germany.
But he's not. Armin Meiwes is a cannibal.
I killed a man, slaughtered him and ate him.
You see, Meiwes' victim was a willing accomplice. He actually wanted to be eaten.
Flesh tastes like pork, but stronger, more substantial. It tasted really good.
A rare case of what they call love cannibalism.
Armin Meiwes was born on the 1st of December 1961. He was raised by his single mother in a farmhouse after his father abandoned them when he was 8 years old. When he was 12 years old, Armin began to fantasize about eating his friends so that they would become a part of him and would be with him forever. In 1999, when his mother died, Armin, who was now 39 years old and no longer under the control of his mother, visited a cannibalism forum called the Cannibal Cafe, where users openly spoke about their fantasies of eating people or being eaten alive. There was even people advertising themselves on the website as meals for cannibals. Armin also posted advertisements on this website under the name Frankie. Armin only wanted a willing volunteer to fulfill his sick fantasy. Through an advertisement on this website, Armin met a man called Bernd Brandis, a 43-year-old engineer from Berlin. The advertisement put up by Bernd read, "I'm offering a chance to eat me alive." This was perfect for Armin, as both of their interests matched. In March 2001, after exchanging passionate messages online, Armin met Bernd at a train station and drove him to Armin's home.
We arrived home, and he went straight into the living room and undressed, so that I could admire dinner, or my dinner, he said.
After swallowing 20 sleeping pills, cough syrup and a bottle of snaps, Bernd was ready and the two men made their way upstairs into Armin's homemade slaughter room. The two had an agreement to film the horrifying events that followed. Bernd wanted Armin to bite off his penis, but after unsuccessful attempts, Armin removed it with a kitchen knife. Bernd wanted the two to eat his severed penis, but when Bernd attempted to eat the piece of his own penis raw, he said it was too chewy. Armin tried to fry the penis with garlic and pepper, but burnt it, meaning none of them could consume it, so Armin ground it up and fed it to his own dog. Armin ran Bernd a bath and checked in on him every 15 minutes whilst he read a Star Trek book. During this time, Bernd was slowly bleeding out into the bath, drifting in and out of consciousness. After much hesitation, Armin finally killed Bernd by stabbing him in the neck.
At that moment, I didn't know what to do. I asked myself whether I should pray to the devil or God, and I asked God for forgiveness. Then I took the knife, grasped it in my hand, and after hesitating some more, I cut his throat with it.
After Bernd was dead, Armin, back in the slaughter room, hung Bernd's body up from the ceiling and started to dismember him. Armin cut off Bernd's head, removed his organs, cut him in half, and washed the body so that he could store parts of him in the freezer. Armin lit candles and drank fine wine while eating parts of Bernd's. Over the course of 10 months, Armin consumed 20 kilos of Bernd's flesh. During these months, he carried on his search for new willing victims, making more advertisements on the cannibal forums. In an interview, Armin described what it was like eating Bernd's remains.
The first bite was, of course, very strange. It was a feeling I can't really describe. I'd spent over 40 years, 30 years, longing for it, dreaming about it. And now I was getting the feeling that I was actually achieving this perfect inner connection through his flesh. Flesh tastes like pork, but stronger, more substantial. Although I don't think that other people would have noticed the difference. It tasted really good.
He had continued to seek out victims online until an Austrian student reported him to the police. On the 11th of December 2002, his farmhouse was raided. Police found a false bottom in his freezer, which underneath contained 15 pounds of Bernd's flesh. Officers also found the footage of the killing and mutilation of Bernd. Armin apparently admitted to what he had done almost straight away after his arrest. It took police 7 months to put a case together. After searching Armin's computer, they found thousands of images of torture and pornography. On the 17th of July 2003, he was charged with murder. On the 30th of January 2004, Armin was convicted of manslaughter, as at the time cannibalism wasn't actually a crime and Burns had voluntarily taken part in the cannibalism. He was sentenced to 8.5 years in prison. At the trial, part of the 4-hour video of Armin killing and dismembering Burns was shown as evidence. The video has never been released to the public due to its extreme graphic nature. However, a retrial began on the 12th of January 2006 because prosecutors believed the actual reasoning for Burns' killing was a way to satisfy Armin's own sexual desires, instead of following Burns' requests. On the 10th of May 2006, Armin Meiwes was convicted of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment. I don't know what's worse, wanting to be eaten alive or wanting to eat someone alive. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching.